Welcome to Big Blend Radio's California Sequoia Country show, home to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, Giant Sequoia National Monument and Sequoia National Forest, and the charming historic agricultural communities that make up Tulare County. Everyone, today we're going to talk about winter in Tulare County and Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. We're going to talk about the holiday season, what you can do in the parks, and what you can do in all the communities in Tulare County, like Visalia, Tulare, Exeter, Three Rivers, Porterville, there's Dinuba, Woodlake. There's so many different experiences to be had. So, of course, we've got Holly Strite here, and we've also got Suzanne Bianco. Holly's from the National Parks, and Suzanne's from Visit Visalia. All the links are in the episode notes, but I'm going to give these out anyway. Number one, the first link that's most important is discoverthesequoias.com. The second one, nps.gov/SEKI. And then for Visalia, go to visitvisalia.com. So winter weather, Holly, I heard from a little birdie that you had some snow. Is that true?
We had a little bit of snow, not quite as much as we thought we were going to get. So things are a little bit drier than we expected, but we did get a chance to see just a little bit of snow resting on the floor in the forest with the big, beautiful sequoias. It was gorgeous, and we're hoping that we continue to get snow this winter.
Awesome, because that'd be good for and nice and gentle, right? That's what you want.
Nice and gentle, yes. I would like it if it came out over a nice time frame, not all at once.
Yeah, exactly. Spread it out a little bit. Spread those snowflakes out. So the park, getting to the park, this is something we should touch on, is that you could get some, really good snowfall. And so folks should, I always tell people to look at the website, and then you have a hotline that people can call, right? Just to check about actually driving up into the parks.
That's right. So there's definitely two steps that I would recommend to anyone who's coming to visit the park. And the first step is to check the weather before you come. And we have it broken down by different park areas on our website. So that's really handy, whether you're going to be in the foothills, up at the Giant Forest, or going to Grant Grove. So you can check the weather forecast there. And then if there is going to be any kind of snow, we have chain restrictions within the park. And in accordance with California law, everyone must bring chains with them, carry chains in their car or a traction device that's approved when traveling in a chain restriction zone. And if you are coming in and there are wintry conditions, there's a hotline, and I'll give that number out. It's 559-565-3341. And then you press 1 twice after that, and it will let you know if chains are actually required to be put on the tires by the time you get up there. But of course, if it is winter conditions, it changes pretty rapidly. And so our law enforcement rangers, our road crews are constantly out assessing the roads. And because we're in, mountainous, curvy roads, some of the road clears faster than others. Places that don't get a lot of sunlight might stay icy a little bit longer. And so they're out there kind of assessing those roads and determining, do we need traction on tires, or will 4-wheel drive be okay? So those are things to consider and think about before coming into the parks. And a big question that I get a lot is, what if I don't have any tire chains? And there are a lot of local businesses outside of the parks that will rent out tire chains to visitors.
And some of them may even help you put them on, right? If you haven't done it down in Three Rivers, I know there's someone will help you, right? Maybe at a gas station. I don't know. It's like,
I think so. I haven't done it myself, but I think that people are so friendly in the community. I'm sure someone can help them help people figure out how to get them on. And we do have, roadside signs. So when chains are required, the entrance station will let you know when you come into the park. And then at the elevation that it's required, there's different zones, and there's a big long turnout where people pull out to put their chains on. So you'll probably see a bunch of people there, maybe a law enforcement ranger that's there making sure everybody is putting their tire chains on. And so make sure if you see that sign when you're visiting during snow, definitely use that pull out, because there's not another opportunity after that. That's where you need to do it.
Yeah, and it's, I've done a lot of driving in ice storms, blizzards, snow, and complete ice. And I've driven through Texas on nothing but ice, and it is scary. But and I went through ice storms this winter, earlier in the year, and I don't need to do that again. Watch your tire pressure, And also, I do tell people, I just really, having done a lot of it without four-wheel drive or chains, um, just stay, it's keep the law of a car's distance before you and behind you. Really, everyone needs to do that, because if there's any sliding, that's when oopsies happen. And don't speed. Really keep it
Yeah.
slow and calm, and it's magical. It is a good experience. And so, like, when the chains need to go on, they need to go on, and just look at it as bling for your car. They want cool, decked out shoes. Come on, don't we all? It's like new fashion accessories for the holiday season. That's what I look at it for. So that's some great advice. I know you've got some good events, but I want to get Suzanne on here. Now, when you go down to Tulare in through the different communities, which are all historic, art, full of art, a lot of shopping, a lot of good food. They're agricultural, so food is going to be, lots of gift baskets, lots of great things to do, a lot of events, twinkly lights. But I don't think we need, snowshoes for you, Suzanne, do we? I mean, you never know.
Yeah, the year my daughter was born, we had a little bit of snow, but no, normally we
Wow.
do not. So it is a nice opportunity to go up to the mountains and enjoy the snow, but come back out of the snow and relax and enjoy these communities here in Tulare County for sure. Definitely the holidays are here. All of our communities are having their, their Christmas parades or holiday parades, and all the streets are festooned with all of the swag across the main streets. And so it's really magical this time of year, really just the twinkle lights in the trees. It's just really, really pretty. So it's kind of a hometown feel when you come here. So if you're looking for that kind of a holiday cheer, the last little bit of the year, this would be the place to come.
I love it. I think that's the cool thing, is getting that small town feel. Everyone talks about the Hallmark Channel destinations. Come on, do you want Hallmark to come to Tulare County and do
That'd be
like
great.
I think they should. I think
Yeah,
it'd
they
be
should.
cool.
Yeah.
We got to have like farmer romance. Come on. We could have park ranger romance. Come on, Holly.
That's right. Yeah.
Come on. You never know. you you could. I'm just saying, people love the Hallmark, and I think your towns are so charming, like Exeter and Visalia. Just giving everyone a good shout out. And in the winter, having the twinkly lights and all the lights and decorations, to me, just makes it such a warm feeling. And then having the backdrop of all the public art the towns have, that's another cool thing, right? Is to
Yeah.
see that.
And there's lots of performance activities. So listening to choirs sing, and, the Nutcracker ballet being performed, and all sorts of things like that in all of these communities. So you can definitely get into the holiday spirit when you come to Tulare County.
So, like the theater, you've got the Fox Theater. That is a place to go for the holidays, to do some of the, experience some of the performances. And yeah, it's just fun. It's fun. But you've got the world's biggest Christmas trees. And I remember when the White House, was it the White House had one of the trees from the sequoias, from the Sequoia National Forest? Was that years ago? That was,
Oh, maybe years ago.
I think it was like 10, 12 years ago. One of the trees came from Sequoia National Forest. I think it was, and then there was a program where I think it was a centennial for the National Park Service, where all these decorations had all the national parks on them for the trees too. I
Yeah,
remember
that's
all of
cool.
that. Yeah, and I mean, so if you're gonna, if you're missing out on a Christmas tree this year, go to the sequoias, go to the
Well, like you
forest, and go to the
said,
parks.
yeah. And like Holly, did you mention that earlier, that General Grant is considered the nation's Christmas tree? So that's a wonderful place to go and just see the immensity of these trees. And if you're lucky, there's some snow on the ground. And I think Holly will talk a little bit about that trek to the trees, that second Sunday in December, where they lay a wreath at the base of the General Grant tree. So I think Holly will talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us about that, because that's been going on for almost 100 years.
That's right. This year is the 99th annual Trek to the Nation's Christmas Tree. And that's happening this Sunday at 2 p.m. at the General Grant Tree. And it's really a wonderful partnership with the city of Sanger and everyone comes up to get in the holiday spirit. And then we lay a wreath because the general grant tree is also the only living shrine that's dedicated to our service members who have died in a time of war in service to their country. And so it's a very meaningful ceremony and a time to gather and just really have a nice community experience at the grant tree.
So there's no decorating the trees up there, is there?
No decorating the trees with the exception of the wreath that we will lay at the general grant.
So Suzanne, downtown Visalia is going to be all decked out already, right? Do you have like a place where people can either walk or drive through to see Christmas lights?
Well, Visalia is a very pedestrian friendly city, this downtown area that's all decorated. We had our annual holiday parade on Monday. So of course, all the decorations are up and the music is piped in through the speakers. It's just really a charming time of year for people to celebrate the holidays. Yeah, looks great.
Awesome. So
we will, I was going to say, and also our city is putting together a map of all of the Christmas tree lights that you can drive around the city and see, and that map will come out, I think on Friday. So we're excited to see what that is. So people can come in and drive to these different houses around the community with spectacular displays and really get into the holiday spirit.
Oh man, that's cool. So everyone visit Visalia.com. Also, again, discover the Sequoias.com will take you to the parks, the forest, and to all the different communities so you can check out the calendars, because otherwise we'd be sitting here reading the entire massive calendar for all these communities. But Holly, you've got some special events coming up with, to celebrate winter, right? And nature.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool programs, and people can also look on the NPS website that you mentioned on Sequoia and Kings Canyon and check our calendar, because there's a lot of ranger-led programs that are still happening, which are very cool. And then if we get some more snow, which we're hoping for, there's a really cool way to interact with nature here at the Pear Lake Ski Hut. And there are rangers that stay out at the Pear Lake Ski Hut. And through the Sequoia Parks Conservancy, you can make a reservation if you're a skilled backcountry skier. Sometimes they do snowshoeing. I just saw skiing up right now. And so they have limited space, but it accommodates up to 10 people. So they take the reservations, and there's a little wood pellet stove in the hut, and everyone skis out there and kind of shares that space and enjoys the magic of being out in the Sierras in wintertime.
Wow, that's amazing. So snowshoeing, skiing, these are things people can look forward to. Sequoia Parks Conservancy, they do a lot of different programs like you're saying. So everyone, you can go to sequoiaparksconservancy.org. And that is a cool place to go shopping for the holidays for all the park lovers in your lives. And what that does is that funding that helps Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks for their different projects like signs and things like that. And, after the fires and things like that, you guys need a lot of that kind of funding still, right? So it's important to have that. And they've got great programs, like you're saying. One of them is a bird watch, right?
That's right. Yes, there's another annual event coming up. It's the Christmas bird count, and Sequoia Parks Conservancy puts that on as well. And so that is on December 14th. I think at 6 p.m. they do the owling here in the foothills, and then birding starts at 7 p.m. That's also an event to sign up for on their website, so that they can get a number of people and get everyone assigned to an area to go out and count birds, which is pretty cool. And that's a free event. Anyone can join.
In the evening? So like at 7 in the evening, they go birding?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I don't know how I'm not a skilled birder, so I don't know how they find the birds, but that's what it says on the website.
Hey, listen, maybe it's I didn't know. The owls, definitely. That's cool. But everyone, sequoiaparksconservancy.org, that keep up with that on all of on the scheduling on that.
Actually, Lisa, also speaking of birds, there is the Pixley Wildlife Refuge that has the birds that come in at wintertime, and that's a wonderful place for birding. There is, it's just a little in the south end of our county, beautiful place. They have elevated walkways that go out over the marsh wetlands, and this is a great time to see birds out there as well.
We've been out there. We went there when we went to Ellensworth State Park, Historic State Park, and kind of did that as
right near each other.
Yeah, so you could do both parks. Go
Lisa,
ahead, Holly.
It's AM. It's AM. You were right.
Okay.
It's 6
All
a.m.
right.
and 7 a.m.
I had a feeling our podcast would go out and everyone's going to go, what? So it's just like it's cold and I think the birds are sleeping. So 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. everyone. You got to be an early bird. You don't have to be there the night before to be such an early bird, but yeah, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So that again is December 14th for the Christmas bird watch. I love it. It's funny. So a lot to do, a lot of nature, a lot of history as well. And I also want to say, go to museums in the winter time, right? Because it kind of keeps you warm
Yes.
and something interesting to learn about and do.
We do have also a new, really adorable exhibit at the Giant Forest Museum. All of the employees at the Giant Forest work together to plant little sequoia seedlings. And so you can see those freshly planted seedlings. They're in an exhibit, so they're not outdoors. They're inside the museum, but you can see what a little baby sequoia looks like.
Little seedlings, little nursery. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then they'll be planted when they're ready? Or do they
Probably
just...
be taken? Yep, we do a lot of planting. So in some of the areas that had that high intensity severity burns that happened over the past few years, we have a lot of people that volunteer and help plant sequoia seedlings.
Awesome. I love that. Okay. Very cool. Well, everyone, discoverthesequoias.com. All the links are in the episode notes. Suzanne, what are you looking forward to this holiday season? I got to close with that, like actual feeling of Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever everyone celebrates. There's Kwanzaa, but what are you doing?
I just look forward to gathering with family and friends and just enjoying each other's company. It feels like we've been had the pedal to the metal all year long. And so I just want to slow down a little bit and relax and enjoy.
Now, when it comes to food over the holidays with your friends and family, what would you say locally must be there?
Oh, yeah. I probably want to go and hang out in one of our coffee shops. Like you said, maybe get a mocha instead of a coffee, and just in the warmth of one of the great coffee shops like Component Coffee or the new Mission Coffee right here around the corner from our office. They're great little places to hang out and meet friends and then go shopping down on our pedestrian friendly Main Street. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Holly, what about you? She's going to Pear Lake and going to spend the night in the cabin.
Pear Lake sounds really lovely, but honestly, I've got a hike planned. I've got a day picked out already. I'm really excited. You can see Alta Peak as you drive up to the park, and it's just like the top of it's covered in snow right now. It looks so beautiful. I've been up to the top of Alta Peak once before, and sometimes when it's snowy, you can't get all the way to the top, which makes it a little bit of an easier hike. And so I'm going to go and see kind of where the snow line hits on Alta Peak and do that nice hike during the day.
Ooh. So what's in your backpack? Come on, like food wise. What's
you've got to bring all the good snacks whenever you go hiking. So for me, I'm bringing a salty snack. I'm bringing some cheese. I'm making sure I have plenty of water to stay hydrated when it's cold. And of course, I'm bringing my traction devices because I don't know what the conditions are up there. So I'm going to have some traction devices to keep me safe, and some hiking poles as well.
Some chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Primers.
I just want to make sure it's important because, you could get cold and then you need to eat chocolate if you get cold. Just saying. It's a very important thing. And a chocolate orange, those little chocolate orange slices.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just thinking, you are
possibilities are endless. Yeah.
I know. Everyone, I know that you're a park ranger, so you're not going to be like me with your champagne in the backpack, right?
That's right. I bring out snacks that I can also pack out and leave it cleaner than
everything has to be packed out. We have to. As travelers, it's getting more and more important that we take responsibility when we travel, really, of whatever we do, because we're a part of the community when we go to places. So very cool. Well, happy holidays to you both and to everyone in Tulare County to all of our listeners. We'll be back in January talking about all kinds of amazing adventures you can have in Tulare County to help you plan for your visit any time of year, all year round. All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you for joining us here on Big Blend Radio's California Sequoia Country Show. New episodes air every first Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time. You can keep up with the show at bigblendradio.com, but also plan your Tulare County escape. Go to discoverthesequoias.com.